How's it going, everybody? After 2 years of use, my Merrel MOABs have now been semi-retired from Airsoft. If you're considering a pair of Merrel MOABs, they're very, very comfortable boots, but they do let a lot of debris, forest debris, down inside. Those of you that follow me on Instagram may have noticed that I purchased a very strange looking pair of boots called Vivobarefoot ESC Jungle Boots. Strange looking, but I think they're kind of cool, and I had loads of messages asking me questions about these boots. So I thought I'd make a video explaining these boots in a bit more depth and how I've got on with them over the time that I've spent with them so far. I purchased them back in early June. I wanted to get some good use out of the boots before I made this video, so here we are, just over a month after owning them, making the video. Initial purchase of the boots, I was a little bit unsure. I don't really like buying boots online because I can't try them on. I found two sizing guides on the Vivobarefoot website. One of them is you print the sizing guide off on a piece of A4 paper, you put your foot on it and it will tell you what size you need. The other one was you put your foot on a piece of blank white paper next to a wall, your heel up against the wall, take a photo with your phone and upload it, and then it scans it and tells you what size you need. Now both of these guides told me that I needed a size 11, UK size 11 that is. I normally take about a size 10, maybe a 10.5 UK size. My Merrel MOABs were a 10.5 and they were a lovely fit. But when the 11s were delivered, I can't help thinking, maybe these are a little bit too big for me. They just felt very, very spacious, and reading lots of internet groups and Reddit posts, people were saying that the toe box on these boots is very big, and it's very big for a reason, to let your toes spread. But even so, they still seem to be maybe a little bit big on the big side. And not being sure whether I'd made the right choice in sizing, I ordered the size down, a pair of size UK 10s. And when they came, they just felt like there was no space in the boot for me to wear a thick pair of socks with them. So I was torn. Do I keep a pair of size 10s that I'm not really sure about, or do I keep the size 11s that I think were maybe just a little bit too big? I wish there was a size in between, a 10.5. After much deliberation, I decided that I was going to keep the pair of size 11s, as I wanted to use them with a pair of sealskin waterproof socks that I have, and I also want to use them with thicker socks in the winter time as well, because these are going to be hopefully winter boots too. One of the reasons I purchased them is just they look cool to me. I thought they would probably aid with my camouflage as well, but on receiving them, the colour wasn't very natural. Wasn't really too happy with it. After seeing a photo of me in the woodland wearing these boots, I thought no, they are just not the right colour. So I went about spray painting them, and spray painting them didn't last 5 minutes. As soon as I wore them, the paint came off. I almost found myself dyeing these boots, but I'm so glad I didn't now, because over the month or so that I've been wearing them, the rubber and the canvas seem to be soaking up the dirt, and every time I wear them, they look more and more natural. The laces for me is something that I'm still not too keen on. They're very, very stiff laces. Hopefully over more time they will start to soften up, but over the month of using them, they don't seem to have softened up whatsoever. They're still really, really stiff and quite tricky to tie them. I've been doing them in double knots, and they have been staying done up all day long without coming undone, but they are really, really stiff. Apparently the reason for the extra long laces is so you can tie them around the back of the boot to stop any bugs from going down into the boot while you're wearing them in the jungle. I also read that the insides of the boots are bright in colour like this, so before you put them on, you can check and easily see any bugs that may be inside your boots. Don't think for one moment that you're going to easily pierce these boots. Apparently they've been designed to stop jungle thorns from piercing them. I've used these boots in various terrains, from gravel tracks, tarmac roads, forest floors, and so far I've had nothing poke me in the foot where I thought, oh bloody hell, that hurt. One of the recurring questions that I've been asked is, are the Vivobarefoot ESC Jungle Boots waterproof? And I wasn't sure what to answer to start with, so I had to put it to the test. Were they waterproof? So I decided to go stand in a stream and find out. And the answer was no, they're not waterproof one little bit. But the thing is, these Vivobarefoot ESC Jungle Boots are not designed to be waterproof, but they are designed to drain any water out of the boot and dry internally very, very fast. And this is something they do exceptionally well. As soon as I stepped into the stream, I could feel straight away the water going into the boots and wetting my socks. And I still had about a mile to go on my hike, but the Vivobarefoot's done a great job of draining that water that was in there out. My socks were still damp, but it didn't feel like they were waterlogged. The main reason behind the exceptional drainage of the Vivobarefoot ESC Jungle Boots is to stop you from getting trench foot. Not that I'm going to have a problem with trench foot in the British countryside over a few days of playing airsoft in them, but should you you wish to use these in a more testing climate, like in the jungles of Belize for example, then trench foot shouldn't be an issue for you. At a particular airsoft field where I play at, I like to wade through the drainage ditches, and pairing up the Vivobarefoot ESC Jungle Boots with a pair of sealskin socks was the ultimate combo. Just don't do what I did and go too deep. Fill up your bloody waterproof socks with water, because they end up being like water balloons. I wouldn't say that these boots are the most comfortable boots that I've ever used. You definitely know it when you're moving across hard floors, as there's no impact resistance through a cushioned sole. What sells it for me though is how lightweight they are, and how you just forget that you're wearing them. When it came to moving through the forest, the ESC Jungles blew me away on just how quietly you could manoeuvre yourself on the forest floor. The outer soles seemed to absorb twigs, branches and leaves like they were some sort of caterpillar moving across the forest floor. Watch this scene where I sneak up on two guys, take them out, and they had no idea that I was coming up behind them. I do believe Vivobarefoot are a UK based company. Mine was shipped from the UK anyway, and they arrived within about 48 hours. These boots do not come in cheap. They are 220 Great British pounds. I managed to find a code online that was welcome20, and that got me 20% off. I don't know how long that code is going to be valid for. I hope this video has answered some questions for you, because I know that I got loads of questions about them on my social media. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.